What's up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited because we're finally going to be reviewing and testing out the new Fenty Beauty. This is the Eaze Drop Blur and Smooth Tint Stick. I'm really excited for this, so let's just go ahead and dive right in. Alright, so I'm actually pulling up the Sephora website here, and I purchased this when it first launched, and I'm barely getting around to doing a review for it, but let me just give you a little bit of backstory on this product. So this does retail for $35. This is Fenty Beauty's latest launch, and she does have the Eaze Drop skin tint, and it is a blurring skin tint as well. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be similar to that, just a little bit more on a like creamier side. So I'm curious to see what it's all about. Now, I believe it does come in 25 different shades, and I did pick it up in the shade number 6. The skin tint, I do have it, I believe, in the number, I want to say 8 or 9. But it is a little deep for me right now, so I went ahead a little bit lighter. So number 6, let me see. Number 6 is a light medium with cool neutral tones. So let's see, usually I don't go for cooler tone, but I don't know. We'll see. So it does claim to have a natural finish, which you guys know I'm all about. I love a natural, sometimes very luminous or dewy foundation. This does say that it is a light coverage, long wear tint stick with a creamy, smooth texture that instantly blurs while melting into the skin for a natural finish. So that's enough chatting. Let's go ahead and just dive right into this. This is what my skin looks like right now. I do have a lot of hyperpigmentation. Obviously you guys know I am about like a little over 5 months pregnant already, and for some reason my hyperpigmentation on my skin is like bad. Like, it's not even breakouts, it's just hyperpigmentation for whatever reason. It just doesn't want to go away. So we'll see how much coverage we get on this. I'm not expecting a whole lot. The other skin tint that she has, the Eaze Blur skin tint, it has more like light to medium also, which is what I'm expecting in this. But because it's a little bit creamier, I can sometimes get a little bit more coverage out of it that way. So we'll see. So this right here is the packaging. It comes in the standard carton, black, white, and gray kind of packaging that she has throughout her entire brand. I did get in the shade number 6, and let's just go ahead and open this up. Ooh, I like this. So I've been trying to stay away from looking at reviews online, but this looks so pretty. I really like the packaging on this. I like this crystal kind of like, you know, frothy, frosted kind of packaging. I love this. So I'm assuming it's a roll-up stick. Oh, okay, yeah. Ooh. I feel like this would be a good match. I've been trying to stay away from watching any reviews on this because I want to form like my own opinion on it. So let's go into it. Okay, so I am going to treat it like I would normally do my foundation. I'm not going to treat it any differently. I'm going to use the products that I've just been loving. So I'm going to go in with my Refi Primer. I've been loving this thing. This is like all over social media. But what I do is I squeeze a little bit out and I roll it on just like you normally would. Actually just take whatever's left and really blend that into the skin. It has like a nice, like kind of like a gripping effect to the skin, which I really like. And I'm actually going to do a side-by-side comparison. I'm going to do one side and then the other. I'm actually going to be blending it out with my Clinique foundation brush. I love this brush. I cannot stop talking about it. I use this all the time. It cleans so easily, which I love, and I used to use this on clients all the time, and they always complimented this brush. So that's what I'm going to be using on this side. Maybe we'll do a sponge on the other side just to kind of, you know, compare, but we'll see. So I don't know how much, I'm going to need. Maybe we'll start off with that much, and then maybe like 2 stripes up here. Right off the bat, I think this shade is definitely a good match, and I can start to see it really evening out my skin. You can see the pigmentation is a little bit less defined. I can definitely still see my freckles through my skin. You can see like my freckles all up in that area, but sometimes I kind of like that look. And I want something that kind of like evens out the skin tone without really like looking like, you know, heavy makeup, just looking even and toned, but still showing some of our like natural through the foundation. You guys know what I mean, right? I honestly think this shade is spot on. I know on camera it's giving off a little bit of shadow, just the way that the lights are placed, but in person, this literally is the perfect shade. This is one layer, as you guys saw. You can still see some of the pigmentation. You can still definitely see all of my freckles up here, but I kind of like that look. I'm gonna see if I can do a little bit more coverage, see how it builds up, if it even builds up or if it starts to look cakey at all. So this is the second layer, and we'll see how it blends into the skin. Hopefully it doesn't feel cakey or heavy because it is a cream, but I definitely think it has that natural finish for sure. The second layer definitely gives it a little bit more coverage. I'm trying to not focus too much like up here, because either way I'm going to be putting concealer on. It feels so lightweight, like it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything. But like, I mean, side by side, you can definitely see the difference on how much it really evened out the skin tone. So that's definitely a really big plus. It feels natural on the skin. It feels really lightweight. I can definitely see this lasting all day because of how lightweight it feels. It doesn't feel heavy, especially for a stick foundation. I kind of get scared, you know, piling it on because it can feel really cakey, but this doesn't feel cakey at all. So I like it. Definitely. I mean, I can still see a little bit of my pores, like the bigger ones, but it does have a nice like blurring effect on the skin, so I do like it. Let's go ahead and do the other side. I'm going to do the other side with a sponge. I'm going to see if there's much of a difference using a sponge. If there isn't, I'm going to continue using my beautiful brush because I love using that. But I'm going to take my e.l.f., I think this is called a Total Face Sponge. This is my favorite all-time sponge, so that's what I'm going to be using. And oh, it blends so fast with a sponge. Did you guys see that? Wow, it really evened out my nose. I have a lot of freckles there, but it evened that out very, very nicely. Surprisingly, you still get a decent amount of coverage even using a sponge, which sometimes can be a little hard because sponges give you a more like natural kind of look to it, but I feel like it's literally like melting into the skin. Like, that's crazy. I don't know what side I like better. They both look so good, and this is one layer. So again, I'm gonna try to see if I can cover up a little bit more of these red spots right here, this pigmentation. I'm getting so sick of it. Like, I'm being pregnant, I can't use a lot of like skincare products. I have to be careful with what skincare products I use. So it's like, it can be a little annoying, you know, seeing the pigmentation. Oh, that covered up nicely. I mean, you can still see it, but it looks evened out. I love how just natural looking it looks on the skin, and it feels really nice. Okay, so far I'm like sold. Like, I love this so much. I'm gonna go ahead and also apply my concealer just to see how it blends in together. You guys have heard me rant about this concealer. It is my like go-to Pride and Glory concealer right now. This is the Natasha Denona. I want to say it's a High Glam concealer. Yeah, High Glam concealer, shade N3. Love this. Use this every single day. Sometimes I use it as a foundation. I'm getting really excited that I'm like running out of breath here, but I'm going to do some concealer on both sides. And I just kind of want to see how this blends into the foundation, because sometimes stick foundations, you know, are a little bit thicker than liquid foundations, and I just kind of want to see how this plays out. So let's start blending this in. This concealer is actually a serum concealer, so it's super, super lightweight, and it has really, really, really good coverage. Like, I'm telling you, I can use this as a foundation, and it looks so good. This is literally perfection. I think this is going to be like my new favorite combo that I use, like on an everyday basis, because this literally looks so good. Like, my complexion right now, I can't. It's blending in so nicely. Like, this concealer, because it is a serum concealer, it blends and it melts into the skin so well that into this foundation, it's like magic. It's so beautiful, and I mean, my complexion is looking 100 right now. I am obsessed with this. It looks, I'm like so freaking impressed. I mean, we can't expect anything less from Miss Rihanna, but this, how can I not love this? Like, this is amazing. I am obsessed. Let me go ahead and finish the rest of my face off camera, and I'll come back and show you guys the final look so you guys can see how everything blended in together, and then we'll give it some final thoughts. So I will be right back. Alright, you guys, this is the final look. I finished the rest of my makeup, and let me just say, my complexion looks 100% absolutely beautiful. Like, I am obsessed with the way that everything looks. I cannot stop staring at my complexion right now. The fact that it looks so blurring, and I will zoom you guys in just a sec, but my goodness, like, it looks so good. The way that everything else blended onto the skin with this foundation, it melted into the foundation like butter. It was so nice. I am 100% like totally taken away, blown away with this foundation. I'm obsessed with it. Now that I have tried it, I definitely think that this is gonna be like, I mean, you can even glam it up, add a little extra coverage in areas that you need to, and I think that this would be like a really good whatever you need it to be foundation. I cannot believe my makeup looks this good right now. It just looks so blurred. I love the way it looks. My pores look very minimized. You can see a little bit of the pores, but nothing too crazy. I'm really obsessed with the way that this came out. Like, I love this foundation. I think the overall application, the look of it, the finish of it, the coverage. Now, I definitely have to see the wear time of this. I will go ahead and keep you guys updated in the description down below. So make sure that you guys check out the description down below for that updated wear time. I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the day. It is currently about 10:40 right now, and I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the day, and I will keep you guys updated. I'm gonna try to, I mean, by the time I put my kids to sleep and in bed and then take my makeup off, it's usually by like 9 p.m. So it's gonna be quite some time. So we're definitely gonna be putting this to the test and seeing how everything goes. I am already like working up a sweat being in front of my lights, and it's still looking really good. So I'm excited to see how this looks later on. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Ciao.